What's good, everybody? Welcome back. We got picks for UFC Mexico, Moreno versus Kavanagh this weekend. This card kind of sucks, but let's get into it. I'm severely fucked up right now. I ski, and I had a tough day yesterday. I got crazy whiplash. I'm just being a dumbass. But anyways, let's get into it. Moreno versus Kavanagh in the main event. Where is it? Right here. I mean, listen. This fight, it should go one way and one way only, and it should be Brandon Moreno finishing Loner Kavanagh. Charles Johnson, I'm a big fan of, and I think he is very good. But there is levels to this, and I think Brandon Moreno is much better than Charles Johnson absolutely everywhere. I really see no world where he does not finish Loner Kavanagh. It doesn't mean Loner Kavanagh is bad by any means. Brandon Moreno just has some of the best boxing, and he's super well-rounded. I think anywhere he takes this fight, it'll go well for him. Honestly, I think if he wants to 100% get a win, I think he can just wrestle Loner Kavanagh to a win. But I think he also has better hands. I just think there's a little more risk reward on the feet. But I think he can finish Loner Kavanagh absolutely anywhere. I just think this game is it too big of a step up. Loner Kavanagh, it's crazy. He gets knocked out bad in his last fight, is not ranked, and then he's getting a main event against Brandon Moreno. I understand it's on, it's a short notice, it's a replacement, but still, it's kind of crazy that they picked him over other people. Even like a Charles Johnson who just got finished. He at least beat Loner Kavanagh. Kind of doesn't make sense this fight. Let me bring this closer to me. Kind of doesn't make sense this fight, but it's what we've got. And Brandon Moreno is going to be the confident pick. All right, this is another. Actually, I am looking forward to this fight, truthfully. Chito Vera versus David Martinez. I originally picked David Martinez because I was like, I can't keep picking Chito. I just can't, because every time I pick him, I feel like he loses a 29. It's overstated, but I feel like he loses a 29-28 decision. I think he's going to get this one. It's a big step up for David Martinez. He's only had like 3 fights in the UFC, or like 2 in the UFC and 1 in the Contender Series, I think it was. Yeah, I don't have it up here. But, yeah. Chito Vera, I think he probably wins a 29-28 decision. I think he wins a close decision. He just needs to get going a little bit earlier. He needs to win that second round on all the scorecards, not just on some and kind of leaving it up to whatever they want to happen. Yeah, David Martinez, 2 UFC fights, 1 Contender Series. He won all 3, and he looks very good. It's just a big step up. Even Chito might be a bit of a downslide. He's still very good, and we've seen a lot from him. So now this is a really interesting fight. I'm picking Daniel Zellhuber, and I think he might finish Bobby Green. But if you want to fade a big favorite, I would take Bobby Green by decision. And the reason I say that, Bobby Green obviously hits hard. He's got good hands. I don't think he's going to finish Daniel Zellhuber because Zellhuber can take shots. Like when he fought Esteban Ribovic, and even when he fought Michael Johnson, he can eat. I really see zero chance that Bobby Green finishes Daniel Zellhuber. But I do see a world where he wins a decision over him, just because Zellhuber is not that good, but he's super, super tough. I still do. I am riding with Zellhuber, but I'm just saying at like he's like minus 600 or whatever. That is so fadeable. You can make a bunch of money off Bobby Green if you bet on him by decision. I think it's 100% possible. I just can't throw my pick on him. I'm not confident enough that he'll beat Daniel Zellhuber to where I'm gonna pick him. But if you want someone to bet on, that's a very solid bet. Yeah. I think this fight will kind of go all over. I think it might be around standing, around wrestling after maybe Zellhuber gets a little uncomfortable on the feet. I think it'll go a little everywhere. I think it probably goes at least into the second or third round. So maybe I don't know what the over under is in the rounds here, but maybe if it's over 1.5, I would not mind taking the over 1.5 as well. Just a thought. But yeah, that should be a fun fight. I mean, truthfully, it's kind of but it should be fun. Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Buenas. Edgar Chairez is gonna be the pick. Yeah, he looked really good. in his last one. A first round submission. They both have losses to Joshua Van, which obviously is no slouch of a loss. It's not bad. I think Edgar Charles is more well rounded. I think he'll take Felipe down, probably submit him, but he could at least control his way to a decision win here. I'd say most likely. We got Imanol Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas. A lot of people are high on Imanol Rodriguez. I am as well. I think he's very good. This is a step up. I guess he fought, Joseph Morales. So I guess this really isn't a step up in comp. Kevin Borjas is tough. He's tricky sometimes. He really can be tricky. He can give you some problems on the feet. I think Imanol is well-rounded enough. I think he trains with a good enough team to where he's going to get through this perfectly fine. I have him by finish, by TKO. I think that's most likely. He's got to get inside the pocket. He's got to get through that reach advantage. He's got inside the pocket, kind of box up Kevin Borjas, and I think he can finish him. I'd be pretty confident with that. But, all right, I'm pretty confident with him winning. The finish, maybe not so much, but with him winning, I'd say I'm pretty confident in the fact. Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. Santiago Luna is going to be the pick by finish, by TKO, second or third. I think it probably goes into the second round. I think it ends there. I think he's got really good hands. He hits hard. He's big. He's very big for the weight class. He's only inch, but he's quite big. Very long reach. I think he catches Angel and finishes him. Like I said, second or third round. Man, my shoulder's fucked up. I'm telling y'all, I'm really fucked up from skiing this year for whatever reason. I've probably been out like 20-something days. So, anyways, not to complain because I love that shit. That's what I've done before I do anything else, before I do jiu-jitsu, before I ever lifted in my life. I was a skier. I love it. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. 0-4 Jose Medina versus Ryan Gandra. Bro, what are we doing here at this point? Ryan Gandra is going to be the pick. It's just funny. I think he's going to probably... I don't even know. Ryan Gandra's a pick. I just think it's funny. Guys like Jose Medina still keep getting shots in the UFC. He's 0-4. How he's not cut. He's lost to Dusko Tvorch, Ateba Gutierrez, Zachary Reese, and who was the last one? Magomed. But, yeah. Ryan Gandra, pick. Let's throw by submission, maybe, or decision. Decent women's MMA fight here. We have Eileen Perez versus Meishi Shisan. Eileen Perez, get me the pick. Yeah, by decision. I don't see a finish here. Meishi Shisan's not that great, but I see Eileen Perez beating her. I think she's a little bit better. Yeah. I heard someone say we have Christian Quinez versus Sean O'Malley's punching bag, Chris Matino. I think that was a UFC predictions track. I think it was that guy. Shout out to him. Christian, we're taking by decision. Chris Matino, listen, he's been finished, but he's not easy to finish. We've seen him eat shots. He got finished by Malcolm Wellmaker, but he ate some shots before that. That was the last one. He took some time off. That was almost, how many months ago was that now? That was in June. So he's taking time off. I think he'll look all right, but I still don't think he's going to win this one. I think Christian's very big, and he'll look big in there, and I think it'll cause problems for Chris Matino. But like I said, I don't really see a finish. I think Chris can eat some shots, and then he can drag us out. Probably a decision for Christian. Douglas Silva DeAndre versus Javier Reyes. I'm taking Javier Reyes by TKO early in the fight. I think he's going to finish him. Listen, this man is 40 years old, and he's coming off a loss. It's never good. I just can't pick him. Yeah, so I'm just trying to fly through these. I got shit I got to do, and I just want to get them out here. It's kind of lazy. I apologize, but it is what it is. Who really cares about these fights anyways? This fight just got added. Damn, she's so skinny. This fight just got added, so I truthfully, now this is going to look bad for me. I did zero research on this, but I'm taking Regina Tarin. That's my pick. Other girl's way better looking, though. Sheesh. Give me, you know what? She's better looking. Give me Ernesta. Ernesta. Like I said, I did zero. I don't know who these people are. They literally just got added like yesterday, crazy late. Yeah, his name is Ernesta Heavy-Handed Karakadaje. We're taking her. I'm gonna change that in my notes over here. We're taking her. Like I said, no research. Fun fight here. Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. Give me Francis Marshall. I think he's a little bit underrated at this point. He's very, very fun to watch. He's always scrapping. Francis Marshall, probably by decision. Yeah. And then, first fight of the night, I'm taking Damian Penis versus Damian Penis versus Wes Schultz. I'm taking Damian Penis. He's a pretty athletic guy. Yeah, I mean, I think he can finish Wes Schultz pretty quickly here. Yeah. Sorry, this is just not a great card. I have no ability to get excited for this, especially with next week. You're gonna see this. Next week we got Charles Oliveira fighting. I have no ability to get excited for this whatsoever, so I apologize that I'm not too enthusiastic about this. I'm gonna watch the fights and it'll hopefully be fun. Hopefully, I think that we'll get some good finishes, and I think the actual fights will be good. I just don't have too much interest in the actual, people fighting in this card. I mean, I think the biggest fights I'm excited for are, I'm excited to see Imanol Rodriguez back out here. This should be an interesting fight. Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green is kind of another old man test that who could probably fraud check Daniel Zellhuber again. Chito Vera, I love Chito. He's a man. And then, of course, who's not excited for a Brandon Moreno fight? But overall, card's pretty shit. It is what it is. Next weekend's card is decent, so it's got Charles Oliveira on it. Now, what more can you ask for? And Max Holloway. I mean, listen, I'm rooting for Charles Oliveira, but I do like Max. Max is the man. So yeah, I'll have a video talking about that soon, and then I'll also have a video of my predictions for that next week. But let's enjoy this card while we have it. Brandon Moreno versus Loner Kavanagh should be fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Sorry the video's kind of shit. You're probably not going to even be here watching the end of this. If you did watch the whole thing somehow, which I honestly don't expect you to. I'm kind of shitting on myself. But if you did, just comment like Charles Oliveira. That'd be cool. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Peace.